Dangotes of this world do is he's an Ajib, all government in power. Any government that comes into power, before they come into power, he will identify who he thinks will win, donate money to them. Then when they come into power, he just goes and starts kissing the Aliko Dangote. He's a shameless guy. You see, he uses Nigerian money to become African richest man every year. So if you open the treasury of Nigeria and you give to Nedu will also be declared the richest man in Africa. If you give INEC this water, they fit turn on to wine. There's nothing INEC cannot do. What INEC cannot do does not exist. INEC is a political party. The current INEC is APC. They said they want to move from Emilokon to Seyi. Wike is fighting Sim Fubara because Wike was declaring 11 billion IGR over a year ago. Sim Fubara is declaring 27 billion now, and you said they should not fight.
Jesus.
Do you know who Nyesom Wike is? If you have Atiku, Tinubu, Peter Obi on a ballot, I'll vote Obi. Because at least I know that Obi will not go and buy new private jet. The case cousin is the one that conducted that election in Edo where they changed results on IREF.
That is Barrister Deji Adewanju. He said some of these powerful things. One, that Dangote is Ajib. Aliko Dangote is Africa's richest man as of today. That Dangote is Ajib. That it is people's money, Nigerians' money, that made Dangote the richest man in Africa. That what Dangote does is that he doesn't belong to any political party. During campaign, he will look for who is likely to win the election, support the person financially, so that when the person wins, he will excuse the person and trying to get favor from the person. That time that they were having Dangote refinery problem, that time with federal government, that nobody should pity Dangote. He went ahead to say that that INEC is a political party, that what INEC cannot do does not exist, that INEC is the current APC. That's a strong allegation on INEC. The other one is a strong allegation on Aliko Dangote. He went ahead to say that Wike and Fobaran, Wike is the former governor of Rivers State, that is the current FCT minister. Fobaran is the current governor of Rivers State. That Wike and Fobaran are having problems now because Wike was declaring 11 billion IGR, internally generated revenue. Fobaran is declaring about 20-something billion now. So people are saying Wike they paid money. That was one of the problems with Wike and Fobaran they get. Say Wike cousin now be the person we conduct the last election in Edo State where they changed the result for IREF. These are powerful allegations, and seriously I learned a lot because I was not looking this angle, the problem between Wike and Fobaran, what happened in the Edo State election, what INEC is doing, what Dangote is doing that made it hard problem that time of federal government. I learned this from what? Barrister Deji Adewanju, that is a lawyer and activist based in Abuja, Nigeria. And this was done in a program in Honest Bunch. If not for this program, I will not know that things like this are happening. Look at one thing I noticed about the Honest Bunch podcast. People come there to share their personality. Deji came to speak right now as a lawyer and an activist. Of course, he will not say the same thing with Sadaboj. Sadaboj will not say the same thing like Olumide Emmanuel. Olumide Emmanuel will not say the same thing like a Kanayo. Different people come to Honest Bunch to share their personality and their content. Gege cannot speak like Ebedamema. They are different people sharing different things. But look at what we have learned right now. A big exposure. Now, each of the people that Barrister Deji called in this podcast, they are capable of shutting down that podcast with one phone call. They don't need to call social media to shut down the podcast. He called Dangote, he called Wike, he called APC. He said he even called the Emiloko Seyi Loko. That is President Tinubu and the son Seyi. You see each of those people with phone call. They don't need to call social media. They can shut down Honest Bunch. Wike is the current FCT minister. Barrister Deji is living in Abuja, has an office in Abuja. Wike can do one thing to scatter the plaza where he's living, but they didn't do all this. Reason: everybody has freedom of opinion. In fact, you coming to fight people's opinion shows signals that opinion might be right. Dangote no talk to them. Seyi no talk to them. APC no talk to them. Wike no talk to them. They kept on doing what they're doing. The podcast kept on surviving. Why is it now that because the podcast aired something, the podcast should go down? That podcast has taught me things and has taught many people things. Because what is happening is that what people are showing is the interview granted to crazy controversial people. How about this intellectual disinformation? Maybe tomorrow I'm going to show the one with about Bedamema. People like me have learned a lot from this podcast. The Honest Bunch podcast must continue. Maybe what they need to do is to review the kind of people they bring, to start bringing more educative and informative things. Maybe, for example, look at what Barrister Deji said against people. None of them talk. How come now one person just say para on the podcast? There is freedom of opinion. There is freedom of speech. There is freedom for you to come and say your mind. The person you talk about can ignore or focus on you. Barrister Deji, see the things when you talk. Focus on Barrister Deji. But all these big Nigerians say Barrister Deji call, they no talk to them. Nigerians, let's apply wisdom. Let's not fall for manipulative strategy to pull down people's efforts, pull down people's empire because they said something that is contrary to us. We send it to manipulation. Honest Board podcast, I've learned a lot. I'm going to be sharing you. Look at the things we learned now from Deji. I didn't know this before, but we heard it from him. And it was said in Honest Bond podcast. So Honest Bond podcast is not as useless, as wrong as some people are making it feel. Don't forget to share this video if you're a lover of good things. Bye, guys.